A lot of people, I'll be real honest with you, they come in and think it's just an easy ticket. And I have to explain to them, if you put the same 8 hours a day in the job, doing this job, like you would, like Starbucks would expect you to do, or Walmart would expect you to do, the payoff is so great.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Blue Collar Boardroom. I'm Lee Haight, and I want to say thank you for listening. This is a podcast for all people looking to create more freedom in their life. For the blue-collar entrepreneurs out there that don't get the status that they deserve, we're here to raise the status of a blue-collar entrepreneur and let a white-collar entrepreneur know about the modern-day gold rush. I'm here with my man, Dwayne Clinton, all the way from Houston, Texas. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm pretty good, Lee. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Dwayne is an example of exactly what this podcast is all about, and I have him here as my first guest. I'm honored to have you here, man. How was your trip to Naples, Florida?
Well, I'm honored to be here, Lee, and I appreciate you asking me to come up and do this podcast with you. It was a good trip. Nice place you got here.
That's good. Dwayne owns a roofing company, 3C Roofing out of Houston, Texas. He's a part of our Sky Diamonds Elite Network. And the story that Dwayne told me really struck home because that's really what this boardroom is all about. You know, the white collar people in the world, they're always, trying to avoid getting their hands dirty and maybe doing some of this hard work, but they don't realize that in blue collar, you can apply white collar principles and make a lot of money. So tell us a little bit about your background. What did you start? How did you start?
Well, Lee, I started, when I was raised, my grandfather owned a glass business, right? And so I was raised in the glass slop sweeping and doing that. And, about the age of 17, I was a journeyman glazer, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do for a living. So I went and got a computer science degree, and I spent 18 years in the IT industry. Ever changing. I don't mean to date myself, but I've seen Bill Gates come to town. But at doing that, all the college counselors and everything told college kids to go to school. And in doing that, what happened was, everything started moving so fast that technology, actually, I found myself without a job. And because I became this high-ranking VP at a small computer company, when we got acquired by another computer company, I was left there with all these degrees, right? And this white collar, but I didn't know what I was going to do.
And that's exactly why we're here. We've been fed a lie. There's a scam in America, and it's called college. There are so many entrepreneurs that are putting hundreds of thousands of dollars going into debt, coming out of college without a job. And more importantly, even if they do get a job, they get a corporate 401k and benefits. They get slapped on the back, and now they think their future is bright until one day they are laid off. And that's fucking wrong, man. It's just not right that people don't have a vehicle for change, and that's what this is about. So what did you do when you were down and out?
It was kind of funny, actually. My daughter was dating a roofing guy, and he came in, and my daughter was trying to sell me on the business and told me how easy it was to make the money in the roofing business. But all I heard was, oh, my God, I got to go sell my neighbor a roof, right? So I was close to it. But my resume was already out there at the time on Monster, a career builder. And so a roofing company invited me for an interview. And then when they told me how easy it was to make the money, I said, what the heck, I'm waiting for an interview anyways from somebody else. So I went and started doing it. And then it was true. I started selling roofs. And so I liked it. And the reason I liked it was two reasons. Because I'm recession-proof. Mm-hmm. In the computer business, it was always about the oil money, mm-hmm. right? So you had to sell to corporate America if the oil price was down. Well, this was about insurance, right? Insurance claims. So I was no longer dependent on the price of oil. I don't know if it's up and down. I don't know if our economy's up and down. If there's a storm, I make money. But the real reason why I do this is I get to help people. And that's its own sense of gratification. And by doing that, the money really, to me, is second. But don't get me wrong, it's very lucrative.
Yeah, I was 14 years old. I grew up a blue-collar guy. My dad was a car salesman, and, I grew up on a car lot, and he was kind of living middle income. And then when we became a roofer, we started, as a family, kind of getting a nicer house, getting nicer cars. So I saw and connected that this blue-collar job was the reason for it. So whenever I was a kid, I just wanted to learn how to be like one of the salesmen in one of my dad's offices. So I'd go door to door at 14 years old, and even younger age, sitting with some of my dad's salespeople, learning the business. business, and I've always had a passion for roofing, and I'd be talking about with my high school friends like what my dad would do, and I'd tell them that he was a roofer, and they just kind of look at me. And I don't know what happened, but one day it dawned on me that maybe it wasn't so cool. And I became ashamed of being a roofer. You ever felt like, kind of ashamed that you're a roofing professional?
I have, but I just laugh at them. When I see somebody and these nice trips that I take, right, on a cruise that I go on or something like that, I just laugh at them. I say, yeah, I'm just a dumb roofer.
I know that's a good way to do it, man. As a matter of fact, I got some friends that know President George W. Bush, and he always seems kind of, aloof and says crazy things, but, he does that on purpose. He's really a smart guy, and it's better to be underestimated. And, the reason why I am doing this podcast is because I want people to say it doesn't matter what vehicle you're in. When you're able to sell a contract on a home, whether it's for windows, for doors, for solar, for roofing, you're able to fix a big problem for somebody for generally a big paycheck. And working outside has its benefits. Getting stuck inside of a office and a cubicle and having the boss from Office Space over your shoulder. I mean, did you have one of those bosses?
You're exactly right. Like,
what was that guy's name?
Now that I own this roofing business, right, I spend a little bit more time in office, and I absolutely hate it. I mean, when I go in there, I'm already cringing because I've gotten the experience of being out in my shorts, in a nice, beautiful day, and being able to work with people. And so, I could never imagine going back to the world that I came from in that corporate world. Where I wore a suit every day, all dressed up, and it's sitting in that air-conditioned cubicle life. God, this is so much better.
We were talking a little bit about the name of your company, 3C Roofing, and it's funny, you were telling me now just that your daughter was the one talking to you about the business, but where did the name come from?
No, it is my three daughters. I named it after my three daughters. I have three of them, and it's Casey, Chloe, and Chelsea.
Yeah, that's very cool. See, with blue-collar entrepreneurship, I see a trend that there's a legacy mind that people look to, kind of keep their families in a business, with my dad being my business partner.
Well, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because my daughter owns a roofing company now.
Oh, that's funny. That's
her and my son-in-law do, yeah.
That's funny. So you got another relative that was also college educated like yourself, and now he's a marketing director helping you generate tons of leads on Facebook. So talk to me about, is it your son-in-law?
My son-in-law. My son-in-law actually went to a college called HBU, Houston Baptist University, and he's got a master's degree in theology. But he was having trouble finding a job in this field. He went to many churches and interviewed with a lot of people, and it's just not a lot of jobs out there. You either got to be you waiting for an old man, or they want an older man to come in and do that. So I had him just come in, and slowly but surely I started teaching him what was going on, and he took to it, and he's done very well. But matter of fact, now he's my sales coordinator, and
he's excelling in the Sky Diamonds Elite program. Let me tell you, these guys have the modern sales system that's disrupted the roofing industry, and they're creating leads off of Facebook, leads off of Google. They're using my systems to just kick major tail out there in Houston, and they're looking for a few good men. The hardest challenge is kind of getting America to see the opportunity and to kind of make that transition. And what do you have to say about somebody thinking about getting into the roofing business?
Well, I'd say, there's a couple of things. I mean, if you like being chained to a desk, maybe this is not the job for you.
Right.
But, a lot of people, I'll be real honest with you, they come in and they think it's just an easy ticket. And I have to explain to them, if you put the same 8 hours a day in the job, doing this job, like Starbucks would expect you to do, or Walmart would expect you to do, the payoff is so great. And not only customer appreciation, there's no good feeling like leaving a homeowner when you're satisfied that you've taken care of them and you brought their properties back to life. That's what we do. We bring properties back to life. But the payoff, I mean, if you go out and put 8 hours a day in this business, there's no doubt that you can make, on an average, a mid-six-figure income.
Yeah, and talk to them a little bit about the lifestyle you've been able to create in the roofing business.
Well,
I know you like to go fishing like myself.
Well, up until recently, I made a major purchase, but everything in my life is paid cash.
Yeah.
And I've been able to afford to do that. My boats, my trailers, my cars, Everything but my home is paid for. And I've done that with roofing money. Everything I have is bought with roofing money. The office, everything that we've done, and so, I like to show people that. I mean, just last Sunday night, I got to go see took my grandson to see two of my favorite quarterbacks, Tom Brady and Deshaun Watson, and we won, by the way. The Texans won.
Yeah, they did. Houston, Texas.
Those tickets ain't cheap, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
$1,000 on a football game. You better.
No, they're not. No, they're not. So, Dwayne came to be a part of the Sky Diamonds Elite program, and only so that you can help more people get some of this success.
Right.
So, he will give any entrepreneur that's looking to get into the roofing business, say in the Houston area, free access to my training. And at Sky Diamonds University, we were the first online sales and business training platform for the insurance restoration industry. And what's unique about our industry is that we make the insurance companies pay for the roofs. We actually make very, very good commissions in comparison to other businesses, and the sky's the limit. And so, what I have to say to anybody watching this is, like, the guys like Dwayne are hard to find because, he stands behind his job. He stands behind his word. And I wanted to pull your website up real quick because it's just an example of the cutting edge technology that you've used to gain an advantage in the marketplace. So talk to us about your partnership with GAF.
Well, we are a GAF certified contractor, and what that means is that GAF is pulled our financials. They've trained our sales guys, and you will get, if you come on board with us, you will become a GAF certified salesman. And they train our installers so that when we leave the customer, they not only get a warranty from 3C Roofing. 3C Roofing puts a warranty on the roof, but they get a limited lifetime warranty from the manufacturer GAF.
And that's huge because GAF's the largest roofing
Number
manufacturer.
one manufacturer in North
Multi-billion-dollar
America.
company is going to back your work, and it makes the product really easy to sell. And I'm just really, really excited to see what you're going to be able to do with our system. We're looking to create a group, a meetup of blue-collar entrepreneurs, white-collar entrepreneurs that are looking to collaborate to dominate what we live by at the blue-collar boardroom. And, what part of Houston are you located in?
We're in a little city called Kingwood, which
Okay.
is on the north side of Houston.
All right, cool. So, the one thing I have to say to anybody is, America is full of so many options and things to do. And the one thing that I see on my news feed all the time is people scrolling through saying you can make so much money on the internet, or you can become a digital marketer, or, and the truth is like between network marketing companies, digital marketing, selling info products online, it seems like everybody wants to have this magic pill solution to living paycheck to paycheck. The problem is 78% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. And so they're hungry for an opportunity. And there's a stigma associated with roofing, but they'll get attracted to be in one of these pyramid schemes, or they'll be attracted to buy somebody's course and only to find out that this person has sold courses about making courses and never's actually done it himself. And so as a brick and mortar multi-million-dollar business owner, Dwayne here wants to mentor people in a real business. He wants to do it for free. Right. And so that's the mission at the Blue Collar Boardroom, is to raise the status of blue collar entrepreneurs, help more people, and we're going to change the world. This is our first podcast of many. I've got a group of elite clients that are in the office with some great stories to tell. But your story of coming from corporate America, of doing everything right, following the plan. You got a degree. Right. You leveled up in the corporate ladder up to vice president, so you had some power. How many people were you in charge of?
Oh, I think the last count was probably about 35.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, no job. What was that conversation like?
Oh, it was bad. had 310,000 shares of stock options that are down in my bathroom. But it's when you get bought by the underdog, it is demoralizing. So, it's a little uncomfortable when they come to you and tell you that they're laying off.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with your self-worth. It has nothing to do with your product.
With anything.
You were doing a good job.
Everything, yeah. Our team was at market, and that was the problem. When you're with a publicly traded company, you get the numbers up, and now you're more attractive to somebody else.
Yeah, and so, if you want to avoid not having control of your future, if you want to control your destiny, owning your own home service company or working with a family-owned contracting business and figuring out this modern-day gold rush that is becoming a blue-collar empire builder. That's what it's all
But I
about.
will say this too, Lee. This is the beautiful part about the roofing business and the roofing industry is that you do kind of get to set your own schedule. You know, you are kind of your entrepreneur. You are your own guy. So if you're okay with making $60,000 or $70,000 a year and you only want to go out and sell one roof a week, well, that's okay. But if you are the overachiever, you are the one that wants to come out and sell 5 to 10 roofs a week, then you're going to make $300,000 a year. You know, there's nobody breathing down your neck to do that. And so, like you said, it gets you more into the entrepreneurial type of state of mind because there's nobody that's holding you down. It didn't matter when I was at Compact whether I sold, you know, I had a base salary, and if my guys were at term, I knew what I was going to make, right? And that was it. There's no way I could break that threshold.
That's kind of it's like taking the life out of. I mean, isn't that like taking the life out of a man?
I knew what I was making. You know.
You know, I mean, some people want security. They want that blanket. They want the 401k. And I heard this quote, and I'll probably butcher it, but if they will give you benefits, if they will give you dental, if they will feed you, if they will put a roof over your head, what is that also similar to? And the answer is it's similar to how they take care of cows before they slaughter them. So if you don't want to be led to slaughter, control your own destiny, and learn how to sell, become a blue-collar entrepreneur, how can these guys get a hold of you if they're interested in working with you in the Houston market?
Well, we have some on Facebook. They can reach out to us on Facebook. We have an application on the 3C Roofing site. Or they can call our office and speak with Aaron Cox.
Okay, cool. I just pulled up the application right here on the 3C Roofing site. Man, I'm honored to be your guide. I'm happy to help you out. I know that you're going to do some big things this year, man, and just congratulations on being able to find.
Well, I want to shoot a plug to you too, Lee. We researched a lot of people and who to help us out, and a lot of people like that. But you have the complete package, and it seems to be. What our connection was with you is you really care.
Yeah.
You know, we've tried other people, and I think some of the other companies in the Elite program, as we've been talking, they did too. And those guys didn't care whether we made it or not. They just wanted to sell us a program. They had no vested interest in whether we made it or not or what our business was about. And that's not what you bring at the Sky Diamonds. We really like the personal touch that you guys give us.
Well, thank you, brother. And I just believe that there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are what I call empty suits. These are motherfuckers that have failed businesses that are sitting around in debt, ripping off people, ripped off people, people with drug and alcohol problems that, you know, have tanked not just their lives, but many other people. Now they're giving advice to people. And then you have other people that have never built a business that only know one little part of the business. And then, you know, they're acting and parading themselves, playing the part like they're some expert. And, you know, we're here to eliminate the hack coaches and the hack contractors that really are out there just, you know, as parasites on the business. And so we've learned it's not just online training that people need. That's great. The information and knowledge is everything first, but we offer training, technology, marketing, and real support, one-on-one connectedness, a network to increase your net worth. And so our job is to build wealth for blue collars. And so, man, thank you so much for that plug, man. This has been a great episode. And until next time, guys, y'all tune into the Blue Collar Boardroom because I've got some exciting guests coming up. Some young entrepreneurs that have built a $30 million business in their first 5 years. So look forward to the next episode, and thanks a lot for tuning in.